class. We just call him the Big G. Ladies and gentlemen, big hand for Geordie. Let him know, Geordie!
Good evening, Sarasota. I've already heard you guys are all doing great, so I don't need to go into that. Is there any, did anybody ever notice that in Sarasota is the only place in the world you can buy a mobile home for $300,000? $300,000 for a mobile home. But the caveat with that is they all come with valet parking and a stripper pole. Up in Arkansas, you can buy the whole park for that. So, do I have any bikers in the room? Bicyclists, not bikers, bicyclists in the room? None? You're lying. You think I'm going to talk about you guys driving down the road like you do? That's not going to happen. So, my little sister says, hey brother, you want to take up biking with me? So, I'm 150%er. I do everything like 178%. Hence, I haven't tried cocaine because I'd be in the Casey Olympics over there. It's right there with Charlie Sheen, and yeah, I would have beat those two. So, being that, I go out and I buy a $3,000+ bicycle. You know, all I ever had was Schwinns in my life, so I go out and buy this bicycle. And we whip out at like 12 miles. Don't do anything, no research, so I just, 12 miles. We pull over, we stop, a little beverage. We get there, and I'm sitting there, and we're talking, and I go, whoa, like a Pillsbury Doughboy. My dick fell asleep. Literally, out. And I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, it was like I lost a bet, and I had to touch it on an electric fence. It was like, I'm like, whew, craziest feeling I've ever had in the world. I've never had that feeling with all the things out there. So I'm sitting there, and I don't know what to do. I'm like, I can't get back on the bike, so I gotta wake him up. So I'm like, dude, what's up? I'm like, dude, what's up? And he's like, I don't listen to you anymore. You turned 50. I have a mind of my own now. And I said, yeah, you'll think so if I give you a little flick. And he says back, he goes, yeah, go ahead and do that. See what I do to you tonight. I'm like, you win. You win, wake up, we'll get back on the bike. Long story short, no penises were permanently injured in that bike ride that night. Thank you. So, one time at band camp. Oh wait, I drive a Jeep, not a Ford pickup. One time in Mexico. So, I have a pretty good group of friends. There's like 20 of us. We go to Mexico every year and we drive the Baja Trail. It's really cool, riding down on the Baja Trail. And big drinkers, there's millionaires, there's self-employed people, and then there's me. So we're cruising down the trail, we stop at night, you know, getting hotels, these missions, it's really neat. Everybody's drinking, telling stories. The people kind of separate. They go, you know, the kind of millionaires go over here a little bit, and the self-employed people over here, all the stories that happen, the drinking, and I come walking up to the self-employed people. Come walking into that group, and they say, hey, G, would you stick a banana up your ass for $500? I thought for a second, I said, well, I spent $3,000 to put my dick to sleep, so yeah, I suppose I would, but I'd peel it first. What's the difference? And so they sit there, and this guy Dan goes, Bobo did it for $50. Here's a picture. There's a picture of Bobo with a banana hanging out of his ass. And I was like, huh. And he goes, I didn't think to peel it. That was a good idea. So I'm like sitting here going, Bobo, what are you doing here tonight, buddy? I didn't think you were gonna make it. Thanks for showing up. Thank you. Thanks for the support. So Bobo's sitting there like out of the blue. He's just sitting there like blank. Good kid. Sits there like this. He's just sitting there and he goes, I'd suck a dick for $1 million. And everybody looks at him, and then this other guy goes, no, you won't, because I'm going to push you out of the way. I'm getting $1 million. Another guy's like, no. I'm gonna pull your legs back. I'm gonna get that $1 million. Right? So they're fighting over the $1 million. And then this guy, Joey, goes, guys, I'd be careful. There's a few millionaires in the group. So, long story short, they're going back and forth. Next thing you know, they're down to sucking dick for $50. I'm sitting there going, Bobo, that's a horrible way to make $100, giving a blowjob with a banana hanging out of your ass. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Geordie, let him know.